Good morning guys, Riding Bikes UK here. We are in sunny Queen Square in Wrexham by the gardens here. You can see it's quite a nice little place. And we're going to ride from here on my trusty felt Z85 all the way into Chester. So let's get on it and let's go. We'll set up some Strava while we're at it as well, so we can log this and I'll put the Strava information in the video. Strava, start. Right, let's do it. Here we go. Birds are tweeting, it's kind of nice. And this is Queen Square here that we're passing through right now. And we're going to head on in through Gresford, Pulford. We're going to go through Eccleston all the way into Chester, into Northgate Street, Chester, the bottom half of it, by a place called Sick to Death, which is like a history of medicine through the years from ancient Rome, I guess. So yeah, we're going to head off up there and see what we find. Roads all the way, so it can be a little bit scary, but it should be okay, I think. We get to go down Marford Hill as well, which is a big hill. It's good to go down, but it's not so good to come back up. But it should be a fun little ride. I'll do this. I'm actually on my way into work. I work as a delivery rider, a cycle courier, I guess you'd call it, but mainly delivering like food and groceries to people for various different companies. So yeah, we're going to head in, and then as I finish this video, I'm going to start a day's work, which should be fun. So it's a nice sunny day today. Hopefully it'll stay sunny all day, and have a good old day. So we're leaving Wrexham now. I'm not sure what this road is. I should know this because I do it every day, but I'll put the route, just make sure there's no traffic. I will put the route and link to my Strava in the video description for you guys. Sounds like I'm out of breath. I'm not. It's just a little fresh this morning. It's quite early now. It's 7:42 a.m. So it's pretty early to be doing this. But I like riding my bike, so it's all good. I've ridden bikes my whole life, from BMX, which was my job for many years, riding BMX bikes and mountain bikes. And then as I've got older, very recently, because of work, car pass, because of work I started getting into road cycling and I'm enjoying it a lot. So I'm on pretty basic gear at the moment because I'm quite a poor guy. But hopefully over time and a lot of hard work I'll be able to upgrade my equipment and maybe get some better video for you guys and a nicer bike for me to ride. Even though this bike is excellent, I love it. It's a very good bike, been very well looked after. Bought it second hand, and the guy looked after it incredibly well. So it's still pretty much in mint condition now, and it's 8 years old. So I'm very happy with it, and I got it on a really good deal as well. So. Right, hill time, let's go. I always hated hills, but since I started riding road bikes, I started to like going up them. It's a bit of a challenge. It's quite chill this morning though. Not a great deal of traffic about. I've not been on my bike for a little while, so I'm a little bit out of breath already. past the Acton Park, it always looks busy in there. Never been in myself. When I pass in the evening, it's always quite busy. Good old street banter right there. Also, because I'm a 42-year-old moron, I forgot my sunglasses. So, bright light all the way. Whew. Little hill for a relax now. Heading down towards the Gresford roundabout. I need to cross the road in a moment. Well, gone over uphill section first. There's a cycle path on the right hand side, which is easier to navigate than the one on the left. Little tiny bit of a hill here, not too bad though. At this point we need to start thinking about crossing over. Okay, to traffic behind, there's 2 cars behind me. I'll let them both pass. And then we'll cross the road, I think. There's the one. We're clear behind. See a little gap here. Should be able to take it. Don't do this, guys. It's not the best way to get across. But there's no traffic, so anyway, on the cycle lane. Going up to the lights. Bit of a tricky roundabout, this one. Quite awkward to get across to the other side. Right, traffic stopping, so we should be clear now. Always check though. Again, I'm going to wait this side out. They should be going now, I think. If you look ahead, I don't know if you can see that, but someone's turned the Wrexham sign around. So, unless the cycle path goes that way and it's a different route, but Wrexham is where I've just come from, which is entirely opposite direction to that. So I think someone's looped the sign around. I could be wrong there, it could be just an alternate route, but it looks like someone spun the sign around. Good old British humour, eh? So this is just stopped, traffic's going now, we should be clear to go across here. now we're on the B5445 to Gresford, which heads down Marford Hill, which is a great hill. I'm thinking about maybe doing an Everest at some point, and I think if I ever do it, I'll do it on Gresford Hill. I don't know how many routes up and down it would take. It's probably quite a lot. I don't know what the elevation is, but it's a very long, it's about just short of a mile long hill. I don't know what gradient it is, but it's a pretty tough hill to ride up, especially for a beginner road cyclist like myself. I'm a very experienced BMX rider and mountain bike rider, but road cycling is very new to me, so my fitness levels aren't quite where I want them to be at the moment, but I'll get there. Plus I'm 42 years old, so I need to realise that I'm not 20 anymore. But still, it doesn't stop me trying. It's actually a really nice ride, this. I enjoy doing this ride. It's not so much fun coming on the way back, because it's all uphill, especially if I'm coming back this way. It's usually after a day at work of cycling all day, so it's pretty tiring. If I ride in and back from work, I do about 80 miles in a day, roughly. I've done 90 and I've done it in 70 as well, but odds there and thereabouts. So it can be quite a long day. So I usually get the train home. I don't think he was quite so happy that I'm on the road, that guy in the car there. Heavy right foot, maybe. But yeah, it's a nice ride, this. I enjoy it. It's a good mixture of hills and flat and downhill, and yeah, it's nice. Some good scenery along the way. It's a pretty nice part of the world. And I'm very lucky that it's on my doorstep. Random boat on the side there. Should have probably stopped and had a look at that, but I want to try and get this in real time, you know. I've done 2.9 miles so far. I think it's about 12 miles into Chester from Wrexham. Famous Texaco garage. If you're from this area and you use Strava, you'll know there's some stuff from some little routes from there down to Rake Lane in Chester. Some good times. There's quite a few along the way actually. I couldn't tell you what they all are now because I've forgotten, but there's some good. I've managed to get quite high on most of them, but there's some super fit, super good road cyclists doing it, so it's hard to get anywhere near really. But it doesn't stop me trying. It's a beautiful day today as well. Two great overtakes there, look. Hats off to those two drivers. They're pretty good with cyclists along this route, to be fair. So, Alf Jones Cycles there, never been in there. Don't really know much about it, but it must be pretty good, I guess. It's always busy there. So, So I'm actually riding into work right now. So I've got my big backpack on my back. I've got a camera strapped to my chest and a camera on my head. I must look like the biggest moron on the planet. But this is how we get this footage. So, and I need the backpack for work. So I do get some funny looks sometimes. It's even worse on the train on the way home. People are always asking if I have food. Usually drunk men. Oi mate, you got any food in there? No. Why not? Because I'm going home. You're rubbish. That's usually how the conversation goes. Maybe a few more expletives in there, but you get the message, you get the way it is. Sometimes it's quite funny, sometimes it's just plain annoying. Right, so we're entering Marford now, and this is Marford Hill. I'm going to stop talking now because it'll probably be too much wind noise to hear me anyway. We're going to take it easy down Marford Hill today. We're not going to push it, but it should still be pretty good. See you at the bottom. Definitely not expecting roadworks here. Well, there you go. It's normally such a nice ride. They've resurfaced, as you can see, brand new surface. So it's usually quite nice riding down here, but let's get a bit of power on to get these cars moving behind me. But yeah, obviously a bit of roadworks today. Right, I'll shut up because it's going to get noisy with wind. So hopefully the wind noise isn't too much right now and you can hear me. But that was Marford Hill. It's one of the biggest hills in the area where I live anyway. Apart from the hill that I live on is insane. But it's nowhere near as long as Marford Hill. It's much steeper though. But yeah, it's a really nice hill, and I figured about doing an Everest there, but I don't know how many laps. I'll have to work it all out, so I need to find the right elevation, and I'm still not 100% sure on how you do an Everest, you know, to register it and all that kind of stuff, to make it happen. You can't just literally go and do it and then go, I've done an Everest. You've got to go through certain people and stuff to do it, so I'm going to look into it. And I don't think my fitness levels are good enough at the moment anyway, so, because it'll be a full day going up and down Marford Hill, I think. I don't know if anyone's ever done an Everest on Marford Hill. I don't even know if Marford Hill's big enough to do an Everest on, you know. It's a pretty long hill, it's a mile long. And I don't know what the elevation is. I think it's like, maybe, I don't know, 1,000 feet. Probably not even that, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I'll look into it and work it all out. See if it is possible to do it. I mean, it will be possible to do it on there. It's just if it's worth doing it there or finding somewhere a bit bigger, you know. A bit longer of a hill. I'll look into it. I really like this part of the ride. It's through a couple of nice little villages. I think this is Marford. Great overtake again there. And another fairly good overtake. But yeah, this is like a nice little village to live in. The road's somewhat smooth here. There's a couple of bumps like there. Maybe this is Pulford actually. You guys can tell me. Little BMX jump in the road there. So I'm going to do many more of these cycling videos. I want to cycle the coast of Wales. I also want to cycle around the coast of Anglesey, because I live in North Wales, just outside of Wrexham. So I've got some great roads and some great routes literally on my doorstep. And I've always been a cyclist. A lot of it was BMX and mountain bike, but I've always rode bikes, so it'd be a shame not to make use of my surroundings, you know? Because there's some amazing routes and some amazing towns, some great castles and places we could go and visit, so I'm going to do that. Also, I'll probably get out and do some BMX stuff again. It's been a long time since I did it, so that'll be a learning curve. I'm 42 years old now, no spring chicken, but I reckon I can still throw some moves on a BMX, so I'll probably do a bit of that. And I've got some great mountain bike trails and bike parks around where I live, so we should get a mountain bike and get out and head down there and see what we can find. So it should be fun. Bring some friends along the way. Looking forward to it all, guys. Well, obviously I'm quite new to this, so go easy on me in the comments, because I'm learning. I've never really filmed anything like this before. Just getting camera angles correct is just hard, man. Like working it all out. The sound's a big problem as well, but I think I've found some solutions for that, so the sound will get better through the videos. And obviously I'm on fairly budget equipment at the moment because I can't afford much else. So as we go through and as I work and earn more money, I'll be able to buy some better equipment and hopefully get some better quality to you guys. I'm really looking forward to it, and it's given me a real boost of energy to do something with my life, you know. So I think we're riding into Pulford now, and up ahead of me on the left is the Grosvenor, which is like a resort, like a spa and resort, I guess. I went to a wedding there some years ago, probably 3 years ago now, and it was really nice in there. My girlfriend was a bridesmaid there, and we went, and it was a really nice day. It was cool. And it's just up here on the left, going up a slight hill now as well, so it's not a big hill, but it's a hill. And we're about to enter England from Wales. We're crossing the border into Pulford right now, and we're now in England. Well, I guess the border's here anyway. I wonder what the Grosvenor, I wonder what country it labels itself as England or Wales. I'll have to look into that. Because the wedding I went to was a Welsh wedding of a Welsh couple. So, and I'm sure they would have loved to have got married in Wales. So, I don't know, we'll have to have a look at that. Another cyclist on his merry way to wherever he's going. A lot of friendly cyclists around here actually. Some people, like I always try to say hello to everyone and nod to everyone. And most of them will nod back. But you get the occasional one that doesn't want to nod back and doesn't want to be friendly. But that's life, eh? Some beautiful houses in this area. Some beautiful houses in Chester we're going to now. It's been a pretty chill day so far. I shall consume some water. I was not expecting that bus, I didn't even hear that. It just kind of crept up on me, that did. So, 5 miles to Chester. This section's quite nice. There's a big section from Pulford where we've just been, or basically the bottom of Marford Hill actually, up into Rake Lane in Chester, which is where we turn right. And I've been trying to get good time on there for a while, but I'm always tired at this point. So, but one day when I've not got the backpack on my back and I'm fresh, I'm fairly fresh today to be fair, but I'm chilling today. But one day, when I'm fresh and I don't have my work backpack on, I'll come and try and get a really good time along here because it's a nice stretch. It's fairly smooth, there's a few bumps here and there, but it's quite flat as well, so it'd be nice to get a good time along here. I mean, there's no way of getting times like the pros like, but it'd still be nice to do a good time. To get in the top 500 would be nice, wouldn't it? There's a couple of places I am in the top 500, but that's just because I work through it. So I get to push hard sometimes along there. So, a couple of places. Not many though. So just past the Grosvenor Garden Centre actually, I should have pointed it out. It's quite a famous, nice garden centre, but unfortunately recently had a big fire there, so there's been some damage. So, oh actually, maybe we're coming up to it now, I'm confused to where I am. I thought I was further along the road than I actually am. Yeah, so we're coming up to the Grosvenor Centre in a minute. I'm an idiot. This area here looks exactly like, well not exactly like, but very similar to where I turn right onto Rake Lane, head up to Eccleston into Chester. I think that's a new housing development over there. And it's a business park actually, but it looks like there's some new houses over there as well. So, but again, it's a very nice part of the country to live this. Some very nice houses, beautiful scenery, great walks. Just a generally nice place to be. Also guys, if I have got some things wrong in the chats, feel free to correct me. I am a bit of a moron. And sometimes I get things wrong, but you know, we're only human, aren't we? So if there's smell-o-vision right now, it actually smells really kind of weirdly nice around here. It's a mixture of like, I don't really want to say manure because it sounds gross, but it's a sort of manure-y, sort of fresh flowery smell. It's quite nice. Not that manure's nice, but you know what I mean. It's a fresh smell. Good for the lungs, I reckon. There's a great view on the way back from Eccleston down Rake Lane on the way to this road, the B5445 I think this road's called. I'll correct it in the chat on the screen now if I've got it wrong. But on the way back to this road from Eccleston near Chester, it's a big downhill section and it's such a good view. It's a great view along there. So you can basically see the start of the Welsh mountains. You can see the mountain where I live. It's a really nice view, I like it. And I'm usually heading down there around about 7 o'clock at night, so it's a really nice time to be looking across, you know. Especially at this time of year when the sun's starting to go down at that time. I mean, it doesn't really go down till 9 o'clock, but it starts to get lower in the sky. It just looks nice. I've forgotten the name of that place, but a royal guy lives there. Fuck, I can't remember his name. I'll bleep out the swear word, by the way. I can't think of the guy's name, but he lives in that big massive house on the right there. So Duke, that's it. The Duke's Drive. Duke of Westminster, there we go, I couldn't remember him. But he lives in that big house there, or his son does now. I think he's dead, the Duke of Westminster, but I could be wrong again. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Turning right in a second here onto Rake Lane. This bit of road is so smooth here. I wish the whole journey was this smooth. There's a bit of traffic behind me. Let this guy know that I'm going to the right by signalling. It should be good to go because I think this car will pass by the time we get there. Nice. Hopefully the sun won't destroy this footage. This is Rake Lane, heading up into Eccleston. Really nice little village at the end of this road. But this is a deceptive road, this. It's uphill all the way. And you think you're riding on the flat, especially early in the morning when you're not quite awake. I was riding up here a few months ago, back when I used to have my mountain bike. I had a cheap, crappy Carrera mountain bike. No offence to Carrera, I'm sure they're a great company, but the quality of the bike wasn't there. And I used to ride up here, not all the time, but occasionally. And I was like, why is it so hard? Like, I'm on flat ground, why is it so hard to get up the hill? And it's just deceptive. You feel like you're riding along the flat, but you're actually riding uphill. It's a bit of a weird little bit of a road. To me, it feels that way anyway. It might not feel that way to everyone, but it looked kind of flat. So, and sometimes you stop pedaling, you think, oh, I'll roll for a little bit, and you quickly stop, and you're like, why am I stopping? Are my brakes rubbing? It's just quite deceptive. But the view coming the other way from Eccleston down Rake Lane, heading out towards the Grosvenor Garden Centre, which I forgot to point out as we passed. I'm sorry. Is actually a really nice view. When we get to the top, I'll do a little, we'll turn around and I'll let you see it, because the sun will be behind me. It might be a good view actually, so we'll ride back a little bit and we'll get to the top of the hill and you can see all across Cheshire into North Wales and the start of the North Wales mountains. I probably won't do this route the other way as a video, unless you guys want me to. Write in the comments if you would like me to do it. This is the deceptive bit. Feels to me like we're going on flat ground, but we're actually going up a hill. It's kind of strange. Good for the legs though. Good to get your blood pumping. Good to get you out of breath. Forgot to clean and oil up my chain today, so I can feel it dragging a little. It's not as smooth as it normally is. And I can feel it in my left knee. I had a lot of injuries through BMX, especially my knees and ankles. So I feel it in my knees a lot. And I guess I've just got to live with it. I've done ACL damage to the left knee, and slight ACL damage to the right knee. Lots and lots of really heavy impacts to my knees, broken ankles and stuff like that through BMX. And it does take its toll as you get older. I didn't quite realise how much it would affect me, but it hurts, man. And maybe I've got my bike set up wrong, I don't know. It feels totally comfortable to me, and I think I'm quite knowledgeable when it comes to the position I need to be in, and so it normally feels pretty good. 99% of the time, if I'm on the flat, my knee's perfectly fine. It's just going up hills sometimes. I get a bit of pain in the left knee. Right knee's totally fine though. So I'm sure maybe I'm sat on the seat wrong, or the seat height may be wrong. The cleat position's pretty good, I think. I've got it set far back as it can. I'm riding Shimano mountain bike shoes because I'm working, I'm on and off the bike all day. So being able to walk around without walking awkwardly is quite essential for what I do. So coming up another bit of a hill now. I'm also hoping the sound comes out good on this video. I did a little test on the way into Wrexham, because I live outside of Wrexham, about 6 miles outside of Wrexham. So I did a little test on the way in and it seemed okay. So hopefully you guys can hear everything I've said today. We'll do a little turn here and I'll show you the view. Hopefully it'll come out on camera as good as it is in real life. But it is an amazing view. There's no traffic behind me. There is not. Do a little U-turn here. So this is the view. I don't know how well that's going to come out, but this is, I'm in Chester and that view is the start of the Welsh Mountains. The main Welsh Mountains like Snowdonia and that is farther to the left and like sort of that direction. And further along. So, but I live on, see the mountain on the left? The one that's a little dip in the middle and there's a mountain on the left, that's where I live, that's sort of that area. But it's a great view from here, I love it. It's my favourite view in Cheshire anyway at the moment. I'm sure I'll find another one at some point. But there you go. If you're ever fancying a bike ride from Chester to somewhere, I'd highly recommend you go down Rake Lane through to Eccleston. So set off from Chester through Hanbridge, and then head down to Rake Lane. I can't remember the name of the other street, but there's a street that goes from Hanbridge to Eccleston. I can't remember the name of it, I'll tell you the name of it when we're there in a bit. It's a nice little road all the way down to Eccleston. Turn right at Eccleston, come under this bridge that we're heading now, and then head out on Rake Lane, the road that I'm on, the other direction. Really nice bike ride, quite quiet as well. So yeah, definitely worth a trip out, I would say. No oncoming vehicles, so we're good. This is a little place called Eccleston. It's really nice, really picturesque little place. I don't know much about its history or anything, but it looks nice. Maybe I should look into these places a bit more before I do these videos, because it is nice. I quite like learning about places and the history of them. Not super in depth, but it's always good to know a bit of knowledge about places that you visit, you know. I bet there's some great stories about this place. It's a really picturesque little part of the country just outside of Chester. How far are we in? It won't tell me at the moment because we're on a section. There's a vehicle behind me. I'm going left here, so Eaton Road is the road I was trying to remember earlier. So you come up through Hanbridge, turn left onto Eaton Road, and follow it all the way along to Eccleston, turn right, and you'll get on Rake Lane, and you get to see the view that I just showed you guys. I promise you it's much better in real life. Mind you, I haven't seen the video yet, so I don't know what it's going to look like, but it's a great view in real life. There's a house. As we got to the top of Rake Lane, there's a house on the left that faces the view. And I imagine the view from the windows in that house is incredible. Looking out into Wales. And now this is Eaton Road, which leads into Hanbridge, the Hanbridge part of the Roman city of Chester. Or Deva. Or Deva? Or Deva? Someone will correct me on that, I'm sure. I think it's Deva was the Roman name for it. But Chester's a great place, like it's got a lot of history and it's just a nice place to be. Like, I lived here for many years and then I moved to Wales. But I love working here, I absolutely love it. And where I live it's really quiet, so work's never busy there, but so I come into Chester to work because, well, I lived here for so long and I know the roads really well here, so I've made some good friends here as well. So it's always nice to see people, and like on my journey through work I always bump into people I know and get chatting to people. So bump into some famous bike riders as well. Bumped into Steve Pete a few months ago. Well, actually it's a little while ago now, but so I had a good chat with Steve. I haven't seen Steve for a long time. So yeah, it's good, man. But yeah, I see a BMX rider called Owen Clegg a lot. Who just kind of, when I was coming up through the ranks in BMX, he was also, well, I say coming up through the ranks, we were both getting quite good positions in competitions at around about the same time, basically. So it was a cool time. But I see Owen a lot, so he gave me sweets the last time I saw him. I'd done like, it was a really bad day. It'd been raining all day and just lack of energy. And I bumped into Owen. He's like, "All right, mate," and he gave me some sweets, which gave me a little energy boost. So it was nice. There's a hill coming up on this road, which isn't really a big hill, but I always find it really difficult, and I don't know why, because it's not a big hill. I just think it's because I'm usually a little bit tired at this point, because it's quite a long ride here. It's like 12 miles in total. We're on 11.1 miles at the moment. So excuse me. But yeah, it's a bit of a ride. Well, I love it. I love this ride into work. It's good. And, you know, when I was riding BMX, the thought of doing something like this was like riding 12 miles into work. It's insane. But now I love it. Like, I actually like riding all the way into work. So this is the little hill that always kills me. It's great coming the other way though. Pretty good time as well. We've been 44 minutes so far and we're almost into Hanbridge, so that's not bad timing. I don't think. I wasn't pushing hard or anything, just going at a moderate pace I guess, but we're almost there now. We get to ride down over the bridge over the river into Chester, and then we've got quite a steepish hill up Northgate, lower Northgate Street, up into Chester. Or is it Northgate Avenue? Northgate Street, I think. I can never remember. Beautiful building on the right here. Not quite sure what it is. Beautiful nonetheless. I always find this bit a bit crazy here because I'm in the countryside right now, but literally 150 metres down this road we're entering the city, and the scenery changes quite dramatically. It's not bad, it's just not quite as picturesque as it. Man, Chester is a picturesque city, but it's not quite as green as this when we get there, you'll see. But this area of Chester, Hanbridge, really nice part of Chester. A lot of friendly people around here. I suppose Chester in general is quite friendly. So maybe it's a bit more than 150 metres. Probably 200 metres, but yeah, basically where the road turns to the right ahead, we're basically starting to get to Chester then, down through Hanbridge, and it starts to get a bit more built up. Chester's not a city like Manchester or anywhere else like that though. It's not like a big high buildings or anything. It's quite a small city, to be fair. There's still a lot of people live here, and it's always busy with tourists. Very, very good tourist destination. People come and see Roman ruins and just to experience some of Britain's culture, I guess. As you can see, it's starting to get a bit more built up now. See a lot of very nice cars in Chester, to be fair. A few McLarens driving around, Ferraris, Porsches, a couple of Aston Martins I see regularly. There's a guy in an aerial atom that drives around dressed like the Stig a little bit. Good to go. This is Hanbridge. That's where I met my girlfriend the first time, in that pub there, right there. We're heading down the hill now. Chester, going over the river, the River Dee. Oh, nice green, let's see if we can catch the lights. Get a minute, get the speed up. I've got the section into Chester, to the main part of the city. Ow, bump on the road. Right, this hill kills me every time. I must go up and down this hill 10 times a day when I'm working. And now we're entering the Roman city of Chester. As you can see, the scenery is very different now, but it's still beautiful. Chester's a great place. And here we are, guys, in Chester. Next to Cafe Nero and Nando's. Oh, I'm tired. Let's put the bike up for a rest. Right, here we are, Chester. I'm going to leave the video there, guys, but thank you for checking it out. There's going to be many more of these coming on. Let me know if you think of any ways I could make these videos better, things I could do along the way, that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm going to leave you here. Hopefully see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye bye.